In Zimbabwe, baboons are becoming a serious problem for rural and urban communities. From farms in Matabeleland South to the outskirts of Bulawayo, they destroy crops, attack livestock and even invade homes, causing an estimated 450,000 cents in damage by 2025. A radio station in Mzvingo lost $1,500 to baboons chewing through cables, while farms near Hwanji reported thousands of dollars in damage from looted maize and poultry. Human-baboon conflict, especially during the drought season, is pitting farmers and hunters against each other to protect their livelihoods. How to deal with these intelligent animals. This video examines the current situation and solutions to hunting in Zimbabwe. To control the population, baboon hunting is a measure to minimize losses, while rifle hunting is a common method in Zimbabwe. However, this is not an easy task. Baboons often move through fixed areas along the Save River or near farms in Betbridge. Hunters must observe to identify natural choke points where the baboons stop to rest or feed. Ideal hiding places include thick bush in the Nyenga area or large rocks in the Mana pools, which should be chosen to ensure good visibility and concealment. Knowing the movements of the baboons helps hunters predict when and where to strike. Does your choice of weapon matter? Ammunition such as the .23 Remington, .43 Winchester or 6.5mm Creedmoor is widely used in Zimbabwe because it provides the accuracy and power needed to take down baboons without causing excessive recoil. Semi-automatic rifles are preferred for situations where rapid fire is necessary, especially when the baboons are running amok. Bolt-action rifles, on the other hand, are better suited for open areas like near Lake Kariba, where shooting ranges can be hundreds of miles. Scopes must be carefully calibrated, and the hunter must practice his or her trigger pull to ensure each shot is accurate. Shooting position is crucial to the success of the hunt. Hunters need to find a solid support such as a bipod or a flat rock surface in the Chirazi area to keep their guns steady. When the monkeys appear, the shooting time usually lasts only a few seconds. Shooting from the side or from a rear angle is preferred to optimize effectiveness. After shooting, the hunter needs to stay in position, observing the reaction of the monkeys as they may turn around or stop at a distance, creating an opportunity for a second shot. But don't be too happy that the hunt isn't over yet. Every step towards the prey is a challenge. A wounded monkey is dangerous because just a moment of losing your guard can make it rush at you and attack. Without careful preparation, you can become a victim on the battlefield you choose. Confirming the prey, checking for bullet holes, is not just to evaluate that shot, but also to ensure your safety on the next hunt. In Zimbabwe, baboons are not just prey, they are intelligent opponents, forcing hunters to have a clear strategy, from aiming angle to posture to avoid repeating the disaster. Consider never skipping this step. Baboon hunting, which costs between $80 0 cents and $200 0 cents depending on the area, is a practical solution to reduce losses in Hwangi, Masvingo and Gornajo. However, it is only a temporary mirror. Human-baboon conflict stems from deeper factors, including drought, which has reduced natural food sources, and the expansion of agricultural land in the Midlands, which has reduced their habitat. Other solutions are being tried besides hunting. Farms in Masvingo have begun using electric fences to keep baboons out. Relocating baboons to protected areas like Gunarazo or improving natural food and water sources could reduce conflict, but would require major investment. The conflict with baboons in Zimbabwe is not just about controlling one animal. It reflects a larger conflict between humans and nature. Baboons play a vital role in ecosystems, helping to disperse seeds and control insects. However, as their habitats shrink, conflict becomes inevitable. Hunting helps to reduce the immediate damage, but for a long-term solution, Zimbabwe needs to invest in conservation measures and sustainable environmental management. The question is, how can we protect human livelihoods while respecting the existence of baboons? This is a challenge not just for hunters or farmers, but for society as a whole. A balanced approach, combining population control to protect crops and ecosystems, is needed. Wild boars are America's ticking time bomb, and they've exploded. This invasive species isn't just rummaging through backyards, it's waging war on our land. In Texas, more than 2.6 million wild boars are destroying roads, flooding farms, and causing more than $500 million in damage each year. They're prolific, carrying more than 30 deadly diseases and leaving a trail of chaos that no fence can stop. This isn't wildlife, it's hoofed bioterrorism. And the worst part? It's spreading. And America That being the case, states have tried tracking dogs, night shooting and recreational hunting, but wild boars adapt faster than we can react. Night shooting works, but only in open farmland. And recreational hunting, it backfires. In some states, it has helped the boars spread from 6 counties to more than 70 in just a few years, as hunters illegally remove them for sport. Even bounty programs, which are meant to pay boar hunters, open the door to fraud and wild boar farming. Yes, people secretly raising wild boars to make money later. Experts say we need to cull 66 to 70% of the wild boar population each year to keep it from growing. But in reality, we are only at about 29%. And that is not a gap, but a clear failure. To close this gap using the right AR-10 is key. Hunters need to be properly trained to target entire herds, especially females and young wild boars, rather than just picking off the big males as trophies. In addition, using silencers and night sights will help take out more of the population in one ambush, especially in open agricultural areas. Wild boar hunting requires strategy and discipline, which is the only way to truly combat this invasive species. There are many conflicting opinions about the wild boar hunting activity. Many people ask the question, if hunting is the solution, why is the number of wild boars still increasing? Are we solving the problem or turning it into a legalized business? Comment below if you know the answer to either of the two. I think that wild boar hunting is not wrong. The problem is the purpose. When profit exceeds environmental protection, we are no longer hunting for control but raising for exploitation. With a combination of specialized protective gear, modern equipment, and 3 to 6 months of formal hunting training, many Texas hunters have significantly improved their ability to deal with wild boars. During the winter of 2023, when wild boars were more active and easier to spot, organized hunting groups knocked down more than 34,000 across the state. What do you think? Are we controlling the crisis or turning wild boars into profit-making machines? Comment your thoughts below. Two, wild hogs are animals and they are a disaster. A female can have 4 to 6 young in a litter, and in just a few years, a herd can destroy hundreds of acres of land. In South Carolina, we have lost millions of dollars in crop damage. But we do not sit still. To wild boar hunting, you must understand that they are intelligent and agile. Shooting a few is not enough. You must target the entire herd, from the leader to the young, and destroy the invasive species shelter. when is the best time to wild boar hunting? We met at 4 PM in a field near town. I bought a Remington 700 chambered in .308 Winchester, which is a great choice for wild boar because of its accuracy and power. Or you can choose an AR-15 with 6.5 Grendel bullets, which are light and powerful enough to take down the big ones. To be successful, you need a strategy. I think many hunters make the same mistake I did when hunting wild hogs. One time we were hunting in 2 groups, ambushing on opposite sides of a hill. To shorten the hunt, we also used dogs to sniff out the wild hogs' hiding places. Suddenly, a pack of 12 charged. I aimed at the leader, which could weigh up to 300 pounds. My first shot with the Remington 700 missed. Wild hogs are fast, and if you hesitate, the invasive species will be gone. Or if you're unlucky, they'll charge at you, but this time I hit the invasive species. Shooting at the wrong angle is a common mistake, don't you think? Wild hogs have a thick layer of fat to protect them, so you have to aim in the most humane places. It's also a lesson that if you don't understand the anatomy of this invasive species, you won't be able to wild boar hunting successfully. You'll spend about $1,500, 0 cents, on a license for nothing. But to eradicate them, many South Carolina farmers believe that setting large, armoured iron traps filled with corn will attract large numbers of wild hogs. These traps can catch the whole herd from big to small, ensuring that none are left behind. Mistakes in hunting wild boar are not without solutions. The most basic mistake is that the hunter chooses the wrong weapon. Handguns or weak bullets like the 22 LR are not enough to take down wild boars. We recommend a 0.4 x 1 5/7 inch scope for increased accuracy in low light conditions. Efforts like ours have helped eradicate more than 15,000 wild hogs statewide, according to the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. This has saved an estimated $115 million, 0 cents, in agricultural losses each year, allowing farmers to reclaim thousands of acres of land that had been devastated. More importantly, we have increased the effectiveness of wild hog population control by 20% over the previous year thanks to modern methods. If you enjoyed this story, please share and subscribe for more hunts. The North American mountain goat is a mammal endemic to North America, living in high mountain ranges and rugged terrain. In the United States, they are mainly distributed in the states of Idaho and Wyoming. Mountain goats can affect high mountain vegetation, leading to soil erosion and affecting local ecosystem. Although there are no specific figures on traffic accidents involving mountain goats, the presence of invasive species on mountain passes can be dangerous for drivers, especially when faced with large and unexpected animals. With a weight of up to 300 pounds, collisions with mountain goats can cause loss of control of the vehicle and lead to serious accidents. In that sense, mountain goat hunting is no longer a sport but a grueling challenge that requires physical fitness, mountaineering skills and patience.
Good shot.
You wanna hit him?
Reload. Good hit. Dude. Have you ever seen a...
Only about 1,000 to 1,500 mountain goat hunting permits are issued in the United States each year, making it one of the most challenging and prestigious hunts for hunters. But what drives them? Unlike deer or wild boar hunting, mountain goat hunting requires hunters to climb to over 1,864 miles, where thin air and harsh weather can knock out an unprepared hunter. December, when the leaves fall on the mountains of Montana, is prime time to hunt mountain goats. The adult males have thick white coats and are preparing for the harsh winter. Hunters begin their journey by climbing the cliffs where this invasive species lives. An adult can weigh between 154 and 308 pounds. With a sturdy body and strong claws that help it grip the rocks. After 4 hours of tracking, a hunter spotted a large male goat standing on the edge of a cliff 250 yards away. With high winds and slippery terrain, a misfire could send the goat hurtling hundreds of miles down the cliff, ruining its precious meat and hide. The 0.38 Winchester round hit its mark, taking the goat down in seconds. The goat carcass, perched precariously on the edge of the cliff, posed a major challenge for the hunters. They quickly tied ropes around the carcass and moved carefully to avoid any accidents. After more than 3 hours of effort, they lowered the carcass to flat ground. Time was not on their side, as the harsh weather could cause the meat to begin to decompose, attracting predators. On the spot, they quickly processed the goat meat and divided it into smaller portions for easier transport. Especially in goat hunting, you will not know the mysterious story behind, only this video will tell you. Due to the danger and the limited number of mountain goats, applying for a license is very competitive, sometimes taking 3 to 5 years to get a chance to receive. Also, why do hunters want to get a license to hunt goats? The total value of a mountain goat is $4,400 USD for a large goat. So if you are a hunter, will you keep the meat to enjoy or sell it for profit?
Yeah.
But soon another threat emerged. Bears, the natural predators of mountain goats, returned in staggering numbers. In Yellowstone alone, the wolf population has increased by more than 50% in the past 10 years, causing the mountain goat population to plummet. A new hunt began. Mountain goat hunting is part of a sustainable hunting culture in North America. It helps control wildlife populations, protects ecosystems, and provides an unforgettable experience for those who dare to take on the challenge. Giraffes are an unmistakable 19.2-foot tall invasive species. With their long necks and spotted coats, they dominate the African savanna. Once considered a conservation success, their growing numbers are now posing an unexpected challenge. In parts of southern Africa, giraffe populations have increased by more than 30% in the past 2 decades. As more giraffes roam, their feeding habits are changing the environment. They strip the top branches of acacia trees, which once provided food and shelter for birds and primates. Over time, these towering trees struggle to regenerate, leading to habitat loss, food shortages, and altered migration patterns. Scientists estimate that tree cover has declined by nearly 25% in areas with high giraffe populations in just 15 years. This overpopulation problem is not limited to vegetation. With fewer trees, soil erosion worsens, water cycles are disrupted, and key watering holes dry up, affecting elephants and zebras. A once balanced ecosystem is now under stress. To combat this, controlled giraffe hunting has been proposed as a viable management tool. When done responsibly, it ensures that ecosystem balance is maintained. Hunters must adhere to strict regulations set by wildlife management agencies. This includes obtaining a valid permit, adhering to designated hunting seasons, and adhering to quotas to prevent overhunting. Southern African countries have established controlled hunting areas where populations are closely monitored, ensuring that conservation goals remain a priority. Ethical hunting methods play a key role in minimizing suffering. Hunters must use high precision guns and advanced optics to ensure humane giraffe hunting. Timing is also key to minimizing stress on invasive species, leading to a faster, more ethical hunt. Detailed reports on location, number of giraffes taken, and any ecological impacts observed must then be submitted to wildlife agencies for review.
Good shot.
Revenue from managed giraffe hunts is vital to conservation. Fees from licenses and guided hunts are reinvested in anti-poaching programs, habitat restoration, and community-led conservation projects. What do you think of South Africa's giraffe hunting policy? Comment below and let's discuss it. Next, black bears, once the dominant invasive species in North America's forests and mountains, are now encroaching on human territory at an alarming rate. In 2023 alone, bear intrusions into suburban areas increased by 40%, leading to a wave of vandalism with overturned trash cans, damaged property, and even bears breaking into homes. As their habitats have been lost and their food sources have dried up, these predators have lost their fear of humans. Instead, they see homes as easy meals. Reports of bear attacks on livestock and vehicle collisions have skyrocketed. As forests shrink and human settlements expand, the balance between survival and conflict will tilt dangerously.
Oh my God!
One of the most effective ways to prevent black bears from entering residential areas is to use bear-proof trash cans. Studies show that more than 60% of bear sightings in residential areas involve easily accessible trash. In Colorado, areas that have adopted bear-proof trash cans have seen an 80% reduction in bear intrusions within 2 years. Additionally, placing trash cans indoors or in locked gated areas at night can also help prevent bears from being attracted to food odors. Installing electric fences around high-risk areas is another effective protection. A 5 to 7 foot electric fence rated at 6,000 to 7,000 volts can create a barrier strong enough to deter bears without causing serious injury. In states like Montana and Wyoming, ranchers have seen a more than 90% reduction in bear damage after installing electric fences around barns and food storage areas. Regular maintenance of electric systems and clearing vegetation near fences is important to ensure they work effectively. Black bears aren't the only problem, wild boars are also a serious problem. There are an estimated 6 million wild boars across the United States, causing $2.5 billion in damage to agriculture, livestock, and personal property each year. They destroy crops and carry dangerous diseases to livestock. The explosion of this invasive species is putting the US agricultural industry in a difficult position, forcing people to find effective solutions before things get out of hand. The solution to these problems is daytime helicopter wild boar hunting to control the population in the United States. A pilot and a gunner can hunt hundreds of wild boars in a 2 to 4 hour flight. Texas is the leading state with over 400 feral hogs disposed of each year using this method. Do you think this hunting method is necessary to protect farms? Leave your comments below. In addition, at night, hunters switch to setting traps to take advantage of the nocturnal feeding habits of wild boars. Automatic traps can catch 20 to 30 animals at a time, reducing time and effort. Farms in the US spend an average of $1.5 billion a year to deal with damage caused by wild boars, and trapping remains one of the most cost-effective solutions. Managing giraffe, black bear and wild boar populations is a major challenge for hunters and farmers. If you've watched the video, what do you think is the most effective way? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future content.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.